In this question, we're asked to divide two numbers in scientific notation, and I've simply rewritten the question so hopefully it's a little bit easier to see. It says 5.5 times 10 to the minus 6 divided by negative 5.0 times 10 to the minus 12. And Alex will show you how to do this using the rules for subtracting exponents. But when you actually face problems like this in the chemistry class, which do come up, you're probably going to use a calculator to solve them. So I wanted to take a couple minutes and show you how to use two major brands of calculators. In this case, we have a Casio, and in a minute I'll show you how to do it on a Texas Instruments. They work similar, but slightly different ways. On a Casio calculator, we want to first type in the number 5.5, and then this is the scientific notation key, so we click on that. Then to put in minus 6, so now we have 10 times 10 and we want to put 10 to the minus 6, don't use the minus key, use the negative key, and then type in 6. Now we want to do divided by. Again, we want to use the negative key, not the minus key, to make this negative. 5.0, 10 to the x, minus 12. Hit enter. You'll notice that we get the answer, but it asks us specifically to express our answer in scientific notation. It is not uncommon when you use a calculator to have to get a whole number or even a decimal number and then have to convert it to scientific notation on your calculator. So it's important to learn how to do that. So in this case, to write this large number, the number in scientific notation, where the coefficient is between 1 and 10, is going to be negative 1.1 times 10. How many times do we have to move the decimal place to convert this number into negative 1.1? Well, we need to move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times. Because this number is, although it's a negative, the absolute value of this number is greater than 1. This has to be a positive exponent. Therefore, this would be our answer. A Texas Instrument calculator works similarly, but not exactly the same way. In this case, for Texas Instruments, we want to do 5.5, hit the second button, and then the blue ones are the seconds. We want to use the EE. Notice that when we push the EE key, only one E shows up on the screen. This is engineering notation, and this means times 10 to whatever power. Now we want to put the power, negative 6. Again, use this negative, not the minus sign. Then we want to use divided by, in this case, negative 5.0. Second, hit the EE key. Notice only one E shows up on the screen. Minus, not minus sign like the negative sign, not the minus mathematical function. 12, hit enter. Again, we get a number that's not in scientific notation. To express this in scientific notation with a number between 1 and 10, we put in negative 1.1 times 10 to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because the absolute value of this is greater than 1, it is a positive exponent.